What is up, guys? Welcome to Boomer Base. Today we're back again with Maddie. Say hello, Maddie.
Hello.
We are here to do another Scooby-Doo review. Now we're here for the first of a fair few of the live-action installments.
On our normal.
Aye, the live-action Scooby-Doo movie. So we're here for the start at the beginning, back where it all began, with the 2002 Scooby-Doo, the movie.
What's the Scooby-Doo? We're coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery. I see Scooby-Doo. The trolley's back to you. What's the Scooby-Doo?
So, we're back, as I mentioned, once again with Maddie. We're here to look at the Scooby-Doo movie. Tell me, Maddie, when was the last time you watched this Scooby-Doo film?
To be honest, I have no idea it was that long ago. A good 8 years. Probably a good 10 years, to be honest with you.
I probably think a good 10, maybe 15 years for me. I don't think I've seen it in a very, very long time.
I haven't either. But it's still so familiar, and I think it's probably because I watched it so many times.
I watched it many, many times as a kid. I loved these movies. I think they pretty much nailed the casting.
Yeah, perfect casting, especially because they're married in real life. Fredney.
Fredney?
Daphne and Fred. I mean, that could be their shit
Is this
name.
something you need to tell me about, Maddie? Did you have a thing for Fredney or something when you were younger, did you?
No, I meant to say Daphne and Fredney. Daphne and Fred, married in real life. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Sarah
Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
I think the only one out of the gang that I didn't particularly like the most was probably Freddie Prinze Jr. as Fred. On this rewatch, I think maybe you could have had, for some reason, I don't know if it's because I've watched a lot of Supernatural recently.
It's only because you fancy it.
Jensen Ackles would be my Fred if I had to pick. I think that
I think he plays it well.
I mean, he doesn't not play it well. I think it's just his character's very annoying at the beginning, and it's just kind of a, I don't know, like.
I think Shaggy's down to a fucking.
Matthew Lillard as Shaggy is the absolute epitome of great casting. Sarah Michelle Gellar is a good Daphne. You know, Linda Cardellini as Velma, pretty cool. A hot Velma for sure. I mean, Scooby-Doo doesn't look bad for a film that's 22 years old. Obviously, he looks very CGI'd and things.
And the monsters don't look terrible either.
No,
or that out of place. And the maybe special effects, if they were they're like stunts and stuff.
Yeah, none of it it wasn't a bad film overall.
Aesthetically, it looks fine.
As a childhood movie, it was great to rewatch this. I had a lot of laughs, and I won't lie, I laughed a heck of a lot during the farting scene. And
to be honest though, there were a lot of lines that I thought were a lot more mature than I thought as a child.
Definitely.
It was less. It wasn't as I thought it was going to be childish watching it back, but I don't think it was as much as I thought. There were definitely some lines. Scrappy-Doo was going to say "son of a bitch."
Yep. I think the way that Daphne dressed, and then Velma after she'd been possessed, I think they were very provocative, and I wonder how many times they had to cut at the bit because things were flashed, or if they were wearing safety shorts, did they always show and things? Because I mean, Daphne's just skirt thing that she was wearing.
It's more the boobs, to be honest.
Yeah, it was some big old cleavage, and you know.
Freddie made the comment to Velma about, is it smart girls or quiet girls?
Nerdy girls.
Nerdy girls turn him on.
Yep, nerdy girls turn me on. You're a nerdy girl, aren't you, man?
It's a children's film. I am, yeah.
Shaggy trying to look up his own skirt when he was Velma. Fred saying, I can feel myself as Daphne.
His babes.
You know, it was all... For me, this, as a kid, I already had Kimberly as the pink Power Ranger, and I was smitten with her. Then Sarah Michelle Gellar came in as Daphne, and I was like, I definitely like girls at this point. And to this day, Sarah Michelle Gellar is still...
I think she's hot.
She is very hot, and I didn't realise...
I think she was hot as when she was a young adult, and she is still hot now.
Linda as Velma is definitely something to look at more now as an adult. I didn't really clock on to just how good looking she was as...
She is a hot Velma.
She is a hot Velma. Damn, we need a hot Velma. Everyone knows that this film suffered from Scrappy-Doo, and he just isn't a good part of this film. He is a very shitty villain. We didn't need that one tiny bit of backstory to know why the Scooby Gang kind of went to pot and things. It was just not necessary. They could have done so many other cool routes.
He's a shit villain, and he's an annoying character.
He is. He's not even a villain in the cartoon. He's just a bit annoying.
But you would have thought they would have used some of the classic ones, like the guy from the lighthouse and the guy from underwater with the mask on and stuff like that.
Do you not remember what happens in the second movie?
Oh yeah. Well, come back
All the
then,
classic
then.
villains are in that one, and they come to life. But
Well, they could have done it.
I know what you mean. They could have either done a well-known Scooby-Doo like mask thingy, or they could have made it, you know, obviously
Call
more.
a new villain.
Yeah, obviously like a spectral real life thing, not someone to unmask, but you know, it could have been a better storyline. The Spooky Island thing was still cool. It just didn't need to be Scrappy-Doo. Like,
That's another thing, supernatural element.
like I like that again. They tried to go with the supernatural element, as we had the direct-to-video with the Zombie Island, Cyber Chase, and all that, and that was great. And god damn it, Shaggy picking a lady that just wasn't right for him again. That technically was not an alien, then was an alien, and then wasn't. But you know, she's not even in the pissing second film, so I don't know what happens to her. I don't even know if they mention it in the second film, so that would suck.
I think I watched the second film like once.
Well, I watched the second film loads. We get more of the gang breaking up again.
I know, that's why I didn't like it.
But overall, like, I mean, it was cool to see Rowan Atkinson in it. And
I do like it.
I think I'd only really just knew what Mr. Bean was when this film came out, because I was like 6 or so.
I never really watched it.
So it was cool to see him. Yeah, like, it all looked good. All the little songs were like very 2000s. Everyone looked very 2000s, which...
The songs, I kept saying, they were just very 2000s, but I love it. Do you know what I
It
mean?
was great. Like, literally...
I feel like you know the words even though you don't, because it's like the same tune for like
just
everything.
Start humming some
It's like I'm
Blink
just a
182.
kid, that kind of thing.
Yeah, start humming some Blink 182 and
Yeah.
you've pretty much probably got the lyrics. And like, I found Scooby-Doo and Shaggy
Or
just
Bad
very...
Day as well. That's another one that's very, to me, is quite 2000s. Sorry for it just popped into my mind.
Like, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy were hilarious in this film. I really just found them fun to watch and on screen. Like, I didn't mind that it was all like fart jokes and, you know,
That's what you
stupid.
like.
Yeah, it made me feel a bit like a kid. It was just fun to
But
watch.
that is also what they're like in the cartoon, so I guess that is, you know.
Definitely more emphasised. There's not as much like, I don't think they ever really joke about farts or things.
No, they don't.
But like Matthew Lillard said recently that he would come back and do a Scooby-Doo 3 with all of them, but like make it more adult and things, and I'd be I'd be so up for that.
Love that.
You know, although we haven't done anything video-wise for this yet, we'll be doing a video for the Scooby-Doo Supernatural crossover, and like we will say in that, like, that was just an insane idea, and I love that. Very good.
So cool.
Very, very cool, and that's probably why I think Jen Snackles will be a cooler friend. For sure, but, you know, overall, I'm sad with Shaggy getting portrayed by girls, and for the life of me, I'm fairly sure you just don't hear about her or even have a mention for her in the second one, which is just like, sucks, because for me, this was one of the biggest betrayals I had when I found out that she was a monster. I was like, what? My entire life is ruined now, and then she's not a monster at the end, which I forgot. I thought she just, like, was always a monster with some weird ploy thing from just remembering going into this film. Like, I wasn't expecting her to be un-aliened, and they didn't even get to kiss or anything. Velma has like a weird like guy that likes her.
Saw him for like a minute earlier in the film.
And Fred and Daphne kiss. That was cool.
That was cool.
I don't really know what they insinuated when she was like, Fred.
It was kind of out of nowhere for them two though, because although everyone knows that Fred and Daphne, you know, are a thing, everyone knows that. But in this film, there was no romance between them.
No, there wasn't. There was
and
some
then
like
they just suddenly kissed. It's like
there was like the odd small bits of maybe like flirting, if that, not super obvious flirting.
I feel like that needs to be more in there for them to then kiss. Do you know what I mean? For it to warrant a kiss like that.
But obviously, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I'm just very excited to watch the Monsters Unleashed because we've had that on DVD for a while. Like, I did a purging of all my DVDs many moons ago, and I threw away my Scooby-Doo films. But when buying more Scooby-Doo films for Maddie and things, like, we got the second one, and CEX didn't have the first one until the other day when we got it again, and so it was nice to watch that. So now we can watch the second one, and it just means once that's finished, we can then watch the live action ones I've never watched.
They're awful.
They're gonna be a treat. There's 3 more. We should definitely watch them. It would be great to watch great films.
Freddy's not even blonde.
I can't wait for that to be a talking point.
Like, what the fuck? He's not even blonde. He couldn't even bother to dye his hair.
No, I mean, I haven't got really much else to say. Like, I loved watching that film. I'd probably watch it again in terms of this like Scooby-Doo film from 2002. I'm just eagerly excited to watch the second one and just relive some childhood. Is there anything you didn't like about the film? You can't think of anything.
It's coming to the front of my mind.
Nothing's to the front of
What
your
about
mind.
you? Is there anything you didn't like about it?
The betrayal. But
Oh, yeah.
I think that's just part and parcel of the story. Probably like just, I don't know, the whole route of having to like watch a little bit with the lunar light ghost. The lunar light ghost we've not talked about, like that looked really fun cool at the beginning. You know, the ghost,
Oh, yeah.
like, very fucking cool. And like it was annoying because Daphne isn't really a damsel in distress in any of the cartoons.
No.
Like she is normally like someone that is good at the martial arts, like although not as overemphasized as this film where she's like, I'm a black belt, I know karate and things now, and just starts doing like weird poses that obviously don't look very karate like, then does some very
I think she is I think out of all of them though, she is just the most damsel in distress, isn't she?
It never really happens in the cartoon though, and I don't think they needed to.
Scooby, maybe.
Yeah, they run and scream all the time. They're the one that do things. Fred didn't really have much of a plan.
In the cartoons, she is very capable. There is no emphasis on, apart from like the odd episode or film where it's to do with the storyline. There is no obvious emphasis on her kind of like martial arts ability, but she just effortlessly kind of just defends herself anyway. Do you know what I mean?
And like Velma isn't always the one with the plan and things. Like Fred tends to make up plans a lot.
What, in the cartoon?
Yeah, and Fred didn't really make up plans in this one.
In this, Fred was a lot more. I know in the cartoons he's fucking hilarious and he can be very thick, but mostly it's just he's more oblivious and he's just very trap focused. But this, he's just
a bit of a dickhead.
Yeah, he's arrogant.
But no, we both enjoyed this movie. Hopefully you enjoyed this movie too and enjoyed remembering this movie. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and stay tuned for more Scooby-Doo films. We'll be getting back on track soon with them and hopefully finishing all the Scooby-Doo films this year at some point. But I nearly said not a problem at all. But thank you very much for watching. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.